Good evening and welcome to this first edition of the Dalton High School Catamount Football Show. My name is Ron Ward. I'm the athletic director at Dalton High School, and it's my privilege to host this show this evening. As you can see, I'm here on Harmon Field at the midfield, and behind me the players are getting ready for the red-white game. And during the course of the show, we're going to be interviewing players and coaches and get some inside scoop on the upcoming season. So stay tuned, and we'll get moving with the Catamount Football Show. I'm here now with Coach Matt Land, head coach of the Dalton High School Catamount football team. Coach, we got us a project going on behind us.
Yeah, you know, we're doing a little bit of dirt moving, a few sand piles. So.
What do you think of this?
Oh, it's great. It's great. The excitement is generated with our team, first of all, our coaches, our school, seeing this every day and the progress that's being made. And I think just the community support, also knowing that, not only are we going to have really an elite surface, it's going to be a much safer surface. So as a coach, I'm extremely excited about that. Yeah. But there's some memories. There's some memories out there that are beginning to kind of go away.
I know I'm out here getting pictures of it every day.
Oh, yeah. So it's exciting. It's exciting.
Well, listen, let's get back to some football, okay?
Sure.
Coach, you're in the middle of your second week with your varsity for spring practices. Tell me what you've seen this week.
Well, a lot of leadership and a lot of excitement. And, at this point of a season, you're at the preliminary stages. I mean, it's truly a stage where you're looking to find out who replaces those names that was called out on the radio and that we watched for three. Yeah, your playmakers. But you're also looking for the C-man. Who's the glue? Who keeps people together? And coming out of the winter conditioning and into the spring, we've had such a good workouts, a lot of competition, and now it's time to how well you do under a bench press is very important, but it don't win football games. No. You still got to push a guy around, and you got to make tackles, and you got to score points. So now it's time to see what all that work that we've done in the weight room and in our turf room, and soon on this field here, see what's going to produce on Friday night. Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this: I was out here your first week of spring. You had the rising freshmen only.
Right.
There was a bunch of boys out there.
Yeah. We've got 58 freshmen. It's the highest group we've ever had. More importantly, we've got, in that 58, there's 22 starters in that group. And I'm excited about that because that means a lot of kids are going to play. And, you know, we love to have the superstar. You love to have that one guy that can do it all. But the thing I like about it is seeing 22 guys getting to play, and behind those guys, you know, Friday night, we're going to play 35 to 40 kids every Friday night. So that's just more guys that are in the pipeline that are going to have an opportunity to play and be a part of something special here at Dalton High School.
John Patrick and his staff done a great job.
I tell you, I can't talk enough about our middle school. They've been very pivotal in keeping these guys together and bringing them together. And I think casting a vision for what's ahead. And you know, our thing here at Dalton is continued success.
Right.
You know, we don't need to invent it. We don't need to try to produce it. We don't want to buy it. You know, here it's tradition. It's tradition. It's from the time they were in the rec league to a great job by our middle school coaches, and now, you know, I'm excited to see them up here. And we've been watching this 8th grade. I've got a daughter in 8th grade, so I've been watching these guys play for a long time.
That's some inside information.
Yeah,
there.
so it's exciting to get to coach some of these familiar faces.
Good deal. One thing I'd like to know, you know, we as people hopefully are always evolving as people.
Sure.
How are you different in your 20th year of coaching football than you were your first?
A lot more gray and a lot less hair. No, you know, I think I enjoy every day a lot more. You know, when you're young, you're coming out here and you're excited to get out here with the kids, and you know, there's still a little bit of that natural testosterone that's flowing, and you know, you get out there and play around with the kids. But you know, in my 20th year, you know, I see the difference that we can make as coaches. You know, I've got a true opportunity to leave a mark on a kid's life, maybe a family's life, our community's life, obviously. And if that's limited to wins and losses, I'm at the wrong program and I'm in the wrong job. But that's what's great about Dalton. I think Dalton appreciates the fact that, you know, we're here and we want to make a difference in these young men's life. We want to make it mentally and spiritually and physically. And, you know, as we're trying to build the man here, we're trying to build the complete man. So we want to make good daddies. We want to make good husbands, good workers, good employers. And I'm just thankful to God that He gives me an opportunity to be a part of a program like Dalton that not only appreciates it, I think they expect it. And that's what makes every day exciting to me coming to work.
Yeah. Well, Matt, listen, I'll tell you, it's a joy for me to have you in the role that you're in and to work with you in this mission. And I appreciate all you do and all you've done.
Thank you very much.
And one last thing, made a run last year in the playoffs, got to the second round.
Yeah.
I think you probably want to go a little farther this year.
Yeah, we've set our sights a little bit further than that.
Yeah.
We got a little bit of business we got to take care of on the way, but these young men have set their standards very high, and that excites me as their coach, and I'm going to coach to their standard, and that's what we look for every year to see is, are they going to set their standards higher than ours as coaches, and this group has. And so I'm looking forward to the challenge and just once again thankful for the opportunity.
Coach, listen, thank you for your time and
Appreciate
good luck this season. Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
And we'll be back here as we continue to take a look at Dalton Catamount football.
I'm Jake Roberts.
What grade are you in, Jake?
Senior.
Okay, and your position?
Left tackle.
Okay. Listen, you guys just are coming to the end of spring practices. Tell me what stood out to you these 2 weeks.
Just the hard work and leadership of everybody. The intensity is really there, and I think we'll have a really good year.
Great. Speaking of the coming year, what kind of goals you guys set for yourselves?
Well, our first goal is going to be region championship, and then just take it one game from there to the state championship.
Okay. Well, this is your final year. How's it feel compared to other years you enter into your final season of Catamount?
It's just time to work. It's time to get it. I ain't got there yet, but really want it.
Jake, thank you so much for joining us, and good luck this season. Good luck today. We're here in the weight room now with Coach Scott Thompson in the weight room of the McClurg Activity Center. And Coach, I'd like to have you talk to us a little bit about plans for the spring. What kind of schedule are the kids looking at?
Well, we started back in January, and with our off-season program, working out 4 days a week. We've been Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday with study hall on Wednesday. Kids have been really working hard. First phase, probably the first 9 weeks, we didn't do any running. We concentrated on strength. And then the last month or so, we've been doing some running involved, trying to get our kids acclimated for spring. Okay.
Now, what types of work do you have the kids doing? What types of weight training? What type of speed and agility drills? What kind of things are you focusing on?
Well, pretty much every year we do pretty much the basics. We do power clings, we do hang clings, regular clings. Front squats, back squats, bench press, those are pretty much our core lifts. But then we do supplementary lifts to try to build our lower body stability. Most of those things we'll do upright rows on the Bosu ball, single leg RDLs, and then we'll incorporate battle ropes, tire punches, our new machines that we bought behind us, we've incorporated them, Big Red, to work on the sport-specific activities.
What kind of impact have you been seeing? What kind of impact has this had on our athletes and on our team? What kind of effect has this type of training had?
Well, about 3 or 4 years ago, we went and talked to Jeff Herron at Camden County, which had Nick Hyder, a longtime coach at Valdosta, Hall of Famer's point system. Basically, what he does, he put his athletes through 10 tests, and when he put them through 10 tests, he'd score them, and the top 15 need to be on the field. And you have all the way down from a mega cat to a super cat to a winner, champion, and a 911 that needs help. Well, when you look at our kids this year, we're very fortunate that we have almost 100 kids in our first period weight training. That they come in some of them at 7 o'clock in the morning to get the work in before school. The rest of them come in at 7:30. That carries over in the first period, and through that work, we have only about 3 or 4 people right now on our 911 list. When we first started on our 911 list, we had anywhere from 15 to 20 kids. So we've seen some major improvements. We've had freshmen that's gone anywhere up from 50 to 100 pounds on bench, squat, cleans. They've just seen a major improvement.
And it shows on the field.
Yes,
it also looks to me like it's reduced injuries.
It has reduced injuries. You know, in the weight room, you want to get stronger. The number 2 goal is to reduce injuries. If you can keep your athletes on the field and healthy, that is the key. And that's one of the main components of our mission statement in here in the weight room.
Okay. In addition to increasing strength, I know that you guys do a lot of work on speed and agility, increasing those areas of the student athlete. How does that work?
Well, after our first phase of the weight room, we have bought some equipment, some chipometers, some bungees that we have had the kids go through. Basically, 2 days a week they were going through speed agility drills in our turf room to start them towards where they need to be for spring, for their spring sports, and also for the summer conditioning that we'll be doing. When we get into summer, they'll be running every day.
Okay, and speaking of that, as we transition out of the spring and head toward the summer, what kind of plan is in place for the kids?
Our kids will work out June 3 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. We'll give them off Wednesday and Friday. They'll come in here at I guess around the varsity will come in here at 7 o'clock in the morning. Our upcoming 8th graders, 9th graders will be in here at 8:30, and we will put them through a pretty hard workout. We're going to do a little thing different with our varsity. Our big skill one day will run first. Our little skill will be in here working out, and we'll flip it. And then as we get into July, we'll work out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and run every day.
Scott, listen, I know that it's a labor of love for you, man. I know you put a lot of hours and a lot of time in, and I appreciate all you're doing for our kids. Listen, folks, stick around. We're going to have some more on Dalton High School Catamount football.
I'm Lyle Durham. I'm a senior, and I play linebacker.
Lyle, you guys just finished up. You're finishing up 2 weeks of spring practice. What's it been like these 2 weeks?
Oh, it's been fun just to get out here and hit each other and really just get dirty with each other and really just wipe the cobwebs off.
Getting a little blowing the rust out, huh?
Sorry.
Hey, listen, we've got the 2013 season coming up. What kind of goals you guys got set for yourselves?
Region champs, get that #1 seed and have at least 3 or 4 games here, bring them back to Harmon Field in the playoffs.
Good deal. Listen, this is your senior year, man. How's this preparation time for you been different from previous years?
Oh, it's been a lot different because I know I've got 1 year left, and I just really want to make my mark on my team and just play for my teammates.
Ready to be a leader?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations, bud.
All
Good
right,
luck
thank
this
you.
season.
All right.
I'm here now with Coach Bill Napier, the offensive coordinator for the Catamount football team. And, Coach, football's coming upon us here pretty quick. You're now in spring practices. Tell us what you're focusing on right now as you prepare for the coming season.
Well, we're really trying to get a lot of reps, trying to get a lot of kids involved. We have good numbers, and we want to work everybody we've got, and, so that we can progress every day. Each and every kid progress every day. So we're focusing on a lot of fundamentals. We're trying to teach our terminology to the new kids we have in the rising 9th grade class. Those kinds of things are the things I think about when you ask me that.
Sure. Now, speaking of the rising 9th graders, how many kids do we have right now?
We're around 50. I think we were a little over, but we may have had a few that stopped coming the last day or two. But that's still a great number, I think.
Sure is.
And I think it's the most we've had the last 2 or 3 years. So we're excited about that, and there's really some good ones in there too.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, how's that class stacking up? You got any players in there?
Well, we got at least 2 quarterbacks. I've got another kid that can play quarterback, but he's such a good receiver, and those other 2, pretty well take care of the business, I think, for us there.
Okay.
That I'm just going to really focus on him mostly as a receiver.
Okay.
But we're probably a little deeper at skill positions than we are at linemen, but we have some kids that maybe hadn't been involved in as much as the skill kids had in the past that show some promise at the line of scrimmage.
Okay, good. You've had 3 days now with your varsity players. What are you seeing in these first few days?
Well, we've got some kids that have proved themselves on the field last year as starting players for us, and we're leaning on them. And we have a lot of good competition at a lot of those other positions, and that really makes for a good spring. Matter of fact, generally speaking, we tell them that there's 22 jobs open, and that's true to some degree. But if a guy's been starting for a couple of years, he's probably going to start this year.
Had a great season last year, made it the second round of the state playoff. I know that the plan is to go much farther this coming year. What kinds of strengths do you see us coming back as we enter into the 2013 season?
Well, these kids have really shown in our winter program, off-season program, a great unity in there. We've got some kids that are stepping up as leaders, and the others are following them. And, it's amazing how well trained Coach Thompson's got them. And I'm very impressed. I've been around this a long time, and I just really shake my head sometimes just how well that Coach Thompson's done with our kids.
Speaking of, you've been around this a long time. How many years is this now for you?
I'm starting my 35th year.
Wow. How is today's football player different than they were when you started 35 years ago, or are they?
They're not. They're not.
Same?
No, they're the same. The kids are the same. Here and other places I've been, they wouldn't be involved in this sport if they didn't want to play. And it's a special game, and so with that being the case, you just don't stick with this unless you got a little something about you,
right? And
you got to have a sincere want to play. So that's the way it was in 1979.
Wow. How are you different?
Well, I probably melted a little bit, and I've learned some things on the way. So you can't necessarily treat them all alike. I think as you coach them, you learn what buttons to push,
right.
For each kid. So, we're trying to figure that out. I'm trying to figure out what buttons to push right now.
Well, it's obvious from the career that you've had and the success that you've had that you've become one of the masters of doing that, and we're really glad to have you part of the Catamount coaching staff.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time. And we'll be back as we continue taking a look at Dalton High School football.
My name's Jordan Keener. I play defensive lineman.
And this is your senior year.
That is my senior year.
Jordan, you guys are coming to the close of spring practice, red-white game. What's these 2 weeks been like for you and for the guys?
This year we've been playing around with a different kind of defense. So we're just learning new schemes, and yeah, pretty much that's it.
What's that been like? What kind of changes has it been for you?
I don't really have any more responsibilities anymore. I just get it and go. So
just pin your ears back and go at it, huh?
Exactly.
Okay, well, listen now. We've got the 2013 season coming up here. What kind of goals have you guys set for yourselves?
Be region champs and then be a state champion.
What about you? What personal goals you got?
Make a lot of tackles and make Lyle look good.
Okay, listen, let me ask you one final question. This is your senior year. You've been doing this now all through high school, but this is the senior year. How's this year been different for you?
I just got to know that it's my last, so might as well make the best of it.
Okay, Jordan, thank you so much for joining us. Good luck this season, man.
Thanks.
I'm here now with Coach Kit Carpenter. Coach, you're the defensive coordinator for the Catamount. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, well, listen, Coach, spring practices are winding down. You had a week with the underclassmen, and you're now finishing up your second week with the upper class, with your varsity. I'd like to start, first of all, with the rising ninth graders. Coach Napier, a little bit ago, we were talking about the freshmen from the offensive standpoint. Tell us about this upcoming ninth grade class defensively.
Defensively, these guys have got tremendous talent. They come from a great middle school program where they actually this will be the third year that they run our system. So when we get them, there's not much of a learning curve, but because they possess so much talent, they're going to be exciting to watch.
Coach Patrick and his staff done a great job with those guys.
Absolutely.
What kinds of strengths, particularly, do you see this group coming to the high school level? What do they bring with them?
Well, they bring size. They're big kids. They're athletic. Because they already know our system, we're able to get them in and get them playing sooner than if we taught them from the ground level.
Okay. What about areas that they still need a lot of work in?
Well, in the middle school, they play man coverage mostly, and here we've got to migrate into some other coverages, and there's a little bit of a learning curve there, but
sure.
It's nothing to cover, nothing to tackle.
Okay. Varsity, they're starting their 8th day of spring practices. What have you seen from the defensive side of the ball? What are you seeing in your varsity defense?
I'm really excited about those guys. For the first time in a very long time, we've got 9 guys coming back, and so
wow.
Usually we're having to replace 5, 6, 7 guys, but with 9 returning starters, they've been excited.
Wow. What type of where are the strengths? Where do they lie right now?
Well, because they've played for a full year, we're able to go on and do some more advanced things than we've done in the past. We're able to change the way we look and change the way we do some things.
Okay. What areas do you still need some continued work on for the defense?
We can always get better at tackling. We can always get better at that. There's a lot of technique work that we've got to continue to work on all the time.
Okay. Now, as the spring practices wind down, culminating with our red and white game toward the end of the week, you're going to be transitioning into your summer. What types of programs, activities are you going to have for your defensive players?
We'll have a lot of the 7-on-7 stuff.
Okay. The
Daily Citizen has the tournament here. We'll go to a couple of camps, FCA camp being one of them.
Sure.
We're excited about that.
Okay. Now, you're a former Catamount player yourself. That's correct?
That's correct.
Okay, and then you come back and you're teaching in our school system. How long have you been a coach with the Catamounts?
This will be I think this will be my 15th year, maybe.
15th year. You're too young to have that many years
I
in,
know.
man. Well, Coach, listen, it's great to have a person who was here as a player and now on the staff, and you're just continuing that tradition. It's great to have you on board.
Thank you.
We'll be back here in a little bit as we continue to talk about Dalton High School Catamount football. Folks, we're back again, and listen, as we wind up this first show, the Catamount football show, it's been my privilege to host this. I've really enjoyed meeting with the coaches and hearing their stories and talking to the boys and trying to catch a little bit of their enthusiasm for the upcoming year. I hope it's got you excited about Dalton Catamount football. We've got big plans, high aspirations for our team this year, and we hope that you will choose to be a part of it as we move forward in this 2013 football season. Again, thank you so much, and go Big Red.